feliz em ver o sol brilhar. Aqui é onde o verde encontra o mar e a brisa faz a gente sonhar. Pode vir, pode chegar, respirar o nosso ar, mergulhar nas nossas águas, se encantar com a natureza. Quero ter você aqui, te mostrar nossa beleza. Eu tô pronta pra você, pode vir, sou Fortaleza. Pura beleza é Fortaleza. Quero ter você aqui, te mostrar nossa beleza. Eu tô pronta pra você, pode vir, sou Fortaleza.
Fortaleza, um lugar para ser feliz.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another day of surf racing here in the beautiful event of the GWA Wingfoil World Tour here in Fortaleza, Brazil. I'm Josie Asher, and joining me here this morning I have Julia Castro. Julia, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining for a full day of action.
Yeah, it is going to be a very full day of action out there. We are going to be starting off with the surf race, but just before we get on with the action on the water, let's have a quick look at what has been going over on the last few days. Day 3 for the Super Pro 2021 and day 2 here for the GWA Wingfoil World Tour event in the beautiful city of Fortaleza. Started off in the quarterfinals on the ladies, and highlights definitely have to be Paula Novotná, Bowen van der Linden, Oran Ceris and Olivia Piana. These girls made it all the way into the finals and mini-finals. Coming out on top, we have our champion, Bowen van der Linden. She was first in Lucat, second in Dakar, and claiming the win here in Brazil. A serious contender here for the General World Championship. Paula Novotná, man, has she put in the training. You can see getting a lot of the moves out. She's got the wing pass nice and consistent. A very, very experienced competition rider. Let's not forget she comes from Toon Tip Freestyle and has been on top of the game for many years. Olivia Piana from France, also world champion on the SUP sprinting. Calm, cool and collected out there, throwing down some moves against Oran Ceris. Close heat in between them, but in the end, your results are first position, Bowen van der Linden. Second position, Paula Novotná. Third, Olivia Piana. And in fourth, Oran Ceris.
I was already really excited that I was in the final, and to win the final, yeah, pretty cool. And the heat went so well. I got to do all the tricks I wanted, and even in the last few seconds I did like the blind 360, which was my goal for the heat, so I'm pretty stoked about that. And yeah, I'm, what do you call it? I can't believe it's my second win. The first tour stop I didn't even think I was good enough to participate, and now I'm here, so this is a call to all girls to just come and participate and yeah, see what can happen, yeah.
On the men's side, it has been a battle since the first rounds. Let's not forget, with the level out there, any heat can be a final. Highlights definitely have to be our 4 finalists. We saw Francesco Capuzzo, Tituan Galea, Wesley Brito and Camille Boyer fight it all the way up until the mini-final. Camille and Wesley were head and head all the way to the end of the heat, but it was the newcomer on the tour, Wesley Brito from Boa Vista, just slightly ahead, gaining that 3rd position and 4th position for Camille. Then we made our way through to the finals, where we saw Francesco Capuzzo and Tituan Galea neck and neck. There was only a point difference pretty much through the whole heat. In the end, it came down to those last moves. Tituan, a little bit more extension, a little bit more consistent, but a big congratulations to Francesco Capuzzo being in his first final. So the winner here of the GWA Wingfoil World Tour event in Fortaleza, Brazil, from New Caledonia, Tituan Galea. Second position from Italy, we have Francesco Capuzzo. In 3rd position, we have coming from Boa Vista, Cape Verde, Wesley Brito. And in 4th position, all the way from France, Camille Boyer.
That was nice. I really had to do good here, so I had a little bit of stress. I didn't get a good result in Dawa, so that was my last chance to be back on the top on the ranking. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the last stop in Tarifa in less than a month.
that's it for the GWA Wingfoil World Tour Surf Freestyle discipline. But let's stay tuned because we still have action out there with the GK, with the hydrofoil freestyle on the kiting side and the racing on the GWA side. Make sure to stay tuned because we are going live with all of those disciplines. Welcome back, everybody. So there we can see out there on the water Wesley Brito, Sergio Pereira, Robin Stewart, Reed Brady, Alvaro Cadena, João Henrique, Dudu Mazzacato, Levi Lenz, Chucho Nunot, Hendrik Lopez, Hugo Marin, and Francesco Capuzzo. Those are the riders out on the water now, and let's see, because it looks like they're already on that upwind leg. And if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be Francesco Capuzzo and Hugo Marin. So Julia, there you can see Francesco Capuzzo already on his way up to that upwind leg of this course.
Yeah, so Francesco yesterday got a second place in the surf freestyle. So I think that got him a lot of energy to go up for racing.
So yeah, it looks like making their way all the way up to the top mark. So it is going to be Francesco Capuzzo there on your screen with the F1 foil there. You can see Hugo Marin. So waiting to see, if I'm not mistaken, that is Hendrik Lopez. Hendrik Lopez, so we have in first position, we have Francesco Capuzzo. In second position, we have Hugo Marin. And in third position, that looks like it is going to be Hendrik Lopez. We'll be able to see when they come down on this front buoy, making their way all the way down to this downwind mark. And then we're going to really be able to start to see who is in the lead and where it's going to start to mix up, because now this is where the guys are going to have to start to pump, Julia.
Yeah, in this course, they have upwind, downwind, pumping, a lot of different. There we see the pumping. It is quite a long pumping, so they have to be strong in the legs. And now they're gonna go for the third, fourth buoy, and then it's the finish of the course. So yeah, in second, is it Hugo Marin?
Yeah, there in second is Hugo Marin. So there you can see that little S-course here now. And now it is a race until the end. Hugo is pumping very fast, and so is Francesco Capuzzo. It is going to be down to the line. Who is going to be going across first? It looks like, ooh!
Photo finish. We need a photo finish.
Photo finish for that one. Yeah, that was very close, Julia. As you can see, Francesco Capuzzo, Hugo Marin, we will get the results in. And that is Hendrik Lopez. And if I'm not mistaken, that looked like Reed from the US of A on the slingshot out there. Most of the guys, Julia, out on 900, 750 and 900 foils, depending on the rider. Then also about 40 leader boards. And they've been riding anything from 4.4s to 5.5s. This is a general consensus throughout the whole fleet out there. Let me have a look. That is definitely Reed. So coming all the way from the US of A, doing very well in this first semi-final, number one. And here we can see some of the other riders starting to make their way to that finish line. So still waiting for official results to come in, but looking like it's going to be in between Francesco Capuzzo and Hugo Marin from Italy and France respectively. Who is going to be the winner of this semi-final number one? We are soon going to find out.
Yeah, right now the world ranking has in first place Tituan, in second Francesco, then down there in third Hugo Marin, and in fourth Camille Bouyer. So yes, we might have not seen Camille in the first places there, but there is a few races still to go. So yeah, Francesco, pretty good for him, because first or second, that's gonna be good for him, at least so far in the ranking, and Hugo following close behind.
Yeah, let's not forget that the top 5 go through to the next round. So there we have the guys out there battling it out. So top 5s will be making their way through to the final, and the bottom 5 will be making their way through to the mini-final. So the heat order for today is semi-final 1 and 2 of the men. Then we move over to the ladies. Then it is back to the mini-final of the men.
winners final of the men, and then we also have the South American final, because there are a lot of the guys here. We also have the South American Surf Race Championship, so looking forward to seeing the locals throw down here in Fortaleza.
Yeah, also this riders going, they will be riding in the open racing, let's say it like this, and then as well in the South American, so legs are going to be burning.
Legs are definitely going to be burning. So, Julia, I'm going to jump out quickly to see if I can get the results of that last heat, because it was very close. Photo finish in between Francesco and Hugo. I'm going to put my money on Hugo. It did look like he went across a little bit early, but we haven't got the same angle. Looking forward to find out.
Yes, it definitely looked. We need a photo finish of that. I wonder where our photographer is, if she got that picture of the end. But yes, as I was saying, Tituan Galea is currently leading the surf race discipline. In second place, we have Francesco Capuzzo. This is the world ranking, ladies and gentlemen. Then in third, Hugo Maran. I will have to ask some Frenchies how you spell this name properly. I would love to spell every name properly. And Camille Bouyer in fourth. And then on the ladies' side, we have Bo in first, Paula in second, Marcela in third, and Fiona Wild, who is not here, in fourth place. So yeah, as Joe was mentioning, our first semi-final of the men is done. And now we're going for the second semi-final, and yeah, the course is quite quick. They start quite far away from us, in between a boat and a yellow buoy, and then they come all the way to the shore, going out again. They come back, do some pumping, and then almost pretty much onto the finish line.
And talking about finish lines, as we said before, in that semi-final, number one, very close, but taking the win in this semi-final, we have coming from Italy, Franci. That is Hendrik Lopez. So waited to see who that fourth and fifth position is going to be going through to that grand finale. Good start there for the Italian. Second yesterday in the surf freestyle overall, and now second in the semi-final. Francesco's on a roll at the moment.
Yeah, he is, and I guess yesterday's win gave him a lot of confidence and power and extra energy, you know, and probably going out to race with a smile on his face. And again, as we've been talking the last days, he's such a competitor. He's been competing for so long. So I think in racing, it counts a lot when you have a lot of experience.
It does count a lot, and also equipment counts. So as I was saying before, talking to a lot of the guys, we were seeing that they're out in between 750 and 900 foils. Francesco's actually on a 75-litre board, so one of the bigger boards of the fleet, but he is one of the heavier riders. So going to look forward to see what is going to happen in that final. That's when the big dogs start to come together, and let's see who is going to take this first elimination of the race. The idea today is to get through 2 eliminations, but we will find out soon what is going to go down here in Fortaleza. Sunny, windy, beautiful Brazil right at you here. Day 4 GWA Wingfoiling World Tour event in Brazil.
Okay, so we are on to semi-final number 2 of the men. As I was saying, this is the start boat. This is the start boat. On the left, you cannot see it, but there's a yellow buoy. So they do have to start in between these two. And of course, when the red flag comes up, they have 3 minutes, and yellow is usually 1. And then is the start. If they do start before the green flag comes up, absolutely disqualified. So yeah, they gotta make sure they are not making it offline before the green flag is up. And yes, we were, as Joe said us before, it was Francesco Capuzzo going in first, and then Hugo Moran in second. So what a race! Semi-final number 2 coming up.
Okay, so out there on the water, heat number 2, semi-final number 2. So that is semi-final number 1 on the screen. Unfortunately, I apologize, guys. That is the wrong card, looking for semi-final number 2. So red flag in the sky at the moment, waiting just to see who is going to be in this semi-final number 2. And I know Tituan Galea is in this heat, so let's find out and see. There we are. So we have Mauro Luis, Matteo Dusabs, Luis Usendinger, Victor Fredianelli, Ricardo Andrea, Christopher McDonald Jr., Christopher McDonald Sr., Fabian Mumenthaler, Fernando Novaes, Julian Boyer, Camille Boyer, Tituan Galea, and Carlos Martin.
Yeah, so 13 riders going out in this race. And if you, ladies and gentlemen, have raced before, you will know on boats or whatever racing, the start is so interesting, and like a lot of everything is going on. And imagine going on wings and foils.
So yellow flag in the sky, meaning we are getting very close to the start, Julia.
So as I was saying, the start line is so, I don't know the word, this keeps my heart in my hand, all together there on the start line, going super fast, trying not to overcome this line so they're not taken out of the competition just by the start.
Okay, so we're off to the start. Let's have a look. It looks like Tituan Galea, if I'm not mistaken, just waiting for Lycras to be confirmed there in first position. Tituan is out on a very small file. He has a lot of racing experience, so looking to try and see who is that second position. We will see if we can see the back of him on that Lycra. Okay, so looking like Julia Tituan Galea already a very nice lead up there. Whoa, speeding across that top buoy.
Yeah, he's already so far from the rest of the group. We have Tituan there in first, then second and third, and then it looks like there's a smaller group behind. Tituan, unless he falls or something crazy, looks like he might be winning this race, but then all the rest of the places it's quite tight. Oh no, somebody going down there. Could have been Wesley.
Yeah, it was. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was Fabian Mumenthaler. I think it was Fabi. But yes, Tituan in the lead. You could see in that pack, like you were mentioning, it looks like the Boyer brothers were in there as well. Just trying to get information who is in second position. It's a little bit hard to see the Lycra number all the way from the top here, but we will find out as soon as possible. All of these guys making that big upwind leg, but Tituan is flying out there.
Yeah, I guess as well as Francesco winning yesterday gave him a bunch of energy, and he's been doing really great on the race. He won Leucat, he won Dakhla, and it looks like so far one more win for him.
Yeah, I mean, but there's still a lot of race to go. Let's not get too excited yet, Julia, because there's still, they have to come all the way up to the top wind mark, and then let's not forget that pumping and the nice little S section that is out there So it is at the moment Tituan flying through the bay of the Playa de Iracema, making his way. It's already, I think that's already 2 tacks, and yep, there you can see the Boyer brothers closely together there. And it is very, very close in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. Let's not forget, top 5 riders are going to be making it through to the final.
Exactly. So from semi-final 1 is the top 5. From this semi-final number 2, again the top 5. And it is interesting to see which course they decide to go, especially on the upwind mark, depending on the wind readings. They go one side or the other, and it looks like for Tituan is working super well. And let's see who we have there in 2nd with the red and white ozone.
Yeah, there you can see it's the rider on the Wasp, still trying to find out exactly who that is. Hopefully our cameras will be able to look at his lycra when he comes on the pumping trap of that 2nd rider, please, so we can get that number. In the lead, that is definitely Tituan Galea. And in 2nd position, the ozone rider. Here we have him with the yellow helmet, so let me see if I can get in close and have a look at the number on his back here, guys. I have a feeling that is one of the Brazilians, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think for the future maybe they should have a number on their wing for us to be easier to see, just like on the sailing boats, a big number there. But yeah, hopefully we can get to see the number. He's also wearing a harness, so it could make it a bit difficult. 60, looks like a 60, Joe.
It looks like a 60. I have a feeling that's one of the Colombians. Let me have a look here. So the lycra number 60, we have Ricardo Andreas. Yes, so it is one of the Colombian riders. So in 2nd position, Ricardo Andreas. And now Tituan just coming across the race there. So that means our winner is going to be Ricardo Andreas. So a good one there for him. And there we have also number 14. That is Mateo de Saabs. And number 55, that is one of the Boyer brothers. Is that Camille?
Yeah, Camille, yeah, 55. Good
okay.
one.
So Andrea is going to come across in 2nd position. Congratulations there for the Colombian. And then in 3rd position is going to be Camille. And 4th position is looking like it is going to be Mateo. So congratulations to those guys. Still, official results still to come in. We will have to wait. And it looks like, I'm going to say he's small. He's on an F1. That's going to be Christopher, the youngster, coming in 5th position. So it looks like he's gaining himself a position into the final. And there, Julian coming across as well. So still waiting for the official results. But that is semi-final number 2, excuse me. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And now let's see who's going to be making it through to that men's final. Okay, and there we can see Fabian Momentale also making his way through the finish line. Just slightly out of the qualifying possibilities for this final. The duotone rider from Tarifa. So looking to see who is going to be making it through. And there's the dad there, Julia.
Yeah, so I think, Joe, in this semi-final number 2, we had son and dad competing together. So yeah, pretty awesome to see these brothers and the son and dad and the whole family competing together. Different group of ages. Wingfoiling.
Wingfoiling. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how heavy you are. It does not matter. And just having a little surfy surf there on the inside. I think that was Julian, if I'm not mistaken. So what a heat out there on the water. And now we are going to be moving over to the ladies, as we're going to be having the first elimination of the women's race here in Fortaleza, Brazil. But before we do so, let's take a short break, because we're going to come back with a lot more action out there on the water.
So we are back from commercials, and we're gonna go next up with the ladies. So as we were saying, today we just saw men's semifinal 1, men's semifinal 2. The best 5 of each semifinal are going to the final. We have the women's now coming up, then the men's mini-final, men's final, and South American championship. So yeah, there we see the ladies just waiting to start. And who do we have here? Let's see. We have Bojan van der Linden, Paula Novotná, Marcela Wet, Olivia Piana, Oran Cerise, Liana Oliveira, Kylie Sormati, Lidiane Viana Sanders, Giovanna Ferrari, and Leticia Nakiri. So who do we have in the rankings of the women currently? So in first place, earning a third position in Dakla and in Leucat and a second in Dakla, we have Bojan. In second place in the world ranking, we have Paula. Then in third, Marcela Witt, and in fourth, Fiona Wild. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the women's race. As we said, Bojan van der Linden from the Netherlands, Paula Novotná from Czech Republic, Marcela Witt from Brazil, Olivia Piana and Oran Cerise both from France, Kylie Sormati from the USA, and Lidiane Viana from Brazil.
Looking like a complete fleet out there. We can already see the girls starting to get ready. They're making their way out to the start line boat out there, Julia. Looks like the wind is actually picking up. And I'm going to say to you, turn around and look at that shore break.
Yeah, the shore break has left us some images already. It is not easy to go out there and have some fun and get some competition, but after the shore break, yeah, full on wind. And at the moment we see there close to the boat, all the ladies waiting for the flags to come up and start this amazing course we have today here in Fortaleza, Brazil. And we do have all the from the top 4 we're missing Fiona Wild, but then Bo, Paula, and Marcela are here competing. Red flag is up. So yeah, we are about to start, Joe. And some of the ladies, they are just deciding to be there chilling a bit so they can rest instead of maybe just going forth and back. So as well, different ways of competing and doing things.
Okay, so yellow flag in the sky, Julia, meaning we are getting very close to the start. 2 minutes, because then for that 1 minute we have no flags in the sky, and then we are going to see that green flag go, 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 go. So the old traffic lights getting ready to go into action. First heat of the ladies out on the water. Let's see how these girls do.
Yeah, I cannot wait. The fight is very, very close in points. If you ladies and gents check the rankings, you can see country after country, event after event. It's not like they have fixed places. They're going up and down, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a great fight.
Definitely going to be a good fight out there. The girls, they leave nothing out on the water and just go full power, full throttle pedal to the metal, as we would say here in the racing lingo, and a little bit of information about what the girls are riding out there. Most of them are on in between 4 and 5 meter wings. I've talked to quite a few of them. Marcella's gone out on an 840 F1 foil. Olivia's on her 1000 axis. We have Oran on a 980. She's been riding the starboard's air rush wing. So all of them in between the 700s to about the 1000 kind of front wing style. And now we're going to be boards in between 35 to 45 liters. Wind, what are you saying, Julia? About 18 to 20 knots, maybe even a little windier, because it does seem like it's starting to blow through this course. And now let's put our eye on that finish line and let's see that start boat so we can start to get the action on the water. So waiting that it is, no flag in the sky if I'm not mistaken, meaning that we are in that last minute and the girls are going to get ready. Here they come. Who is going to be taking the win of this heat?
Oh, and I think it's Paula Novotna just there trying to stand up, and we are about to start. So it is going to be the green flag. Start of the heat, start of the heat.
There we have, yes, this is the start of heat number 1 of the ladies. And now they're going to fly all the way down to right in front of the old judge tower here. Is that a clean start? I can see everybody's turning around, so it does not look like a clean start. Yep, there we go. So obviously someone was over early, meaning that they're going to be disqualified for that race. We'll try and get that information. I'm going to jump out of the booth, Julia. Keep everybody entertained and let me find out who is not going to be starting on this second time.
So Jess, when somebody goes over the start line before the green flag is up, it usually means they're disqualified. So yeah, let's see if Joe can find information. It was difficult to see from here because of the angle, but thankfully there's a lot of judges out there to see what's going on. I guess it was good for Paula because she was just on the water, just fell before a few seconds before the start. So sometimes you can be lucky, I guess. So here we see ladies coming up to the boat to see what's going on. This racing format with the Wingfoils, so interesting, and especially the starts. Luckily the start boat and buoy, it's quite long, as you can see there. It might be around I would say 80 meters, so they have quite some space, because if not, I think it would be really easy to have accidents here on the wings and on the foils, because already in this normal sailing with the boats, you see really tight starts and boats crashing into each other, but here with this bigger start line, it makes things easier. So at the moment we see all the ladies there trying to get some information from the main boat. So after this women's first race, we will have the men's mini final, men's final, and South American championship here in Brazil, Fortaleza. So pretty cool opportunity as well for the locals and all the people around here to get another result, and a local result, sorry, that they can show to the municipalities and so on. So here we have Joe, maybe with some information. Let's see.
Okay, Julia, so information in. It looks like pretty much the top 3 racers in this one are out, because it was Oran Ceris, Olivia Piana and Paula Novotna, those 3 riders that are over early. So that means that they are not going to be able to be in this elimination. So it looks like a pretty big mistake there on the beginning from them. Very unusual, waiting to get a little bit more information in, and we're going to be going into the restart of this final of the women number 1. So yeah, what that means, those 3 riders that we just mentioned, Paula, Olivia and Orane will not be restarting in the resale of this final of the ladies. So still waiting to get a little bit more information in, because very surprised that those 3 experienced racers are over early, and now waiting to see with that restart and going out on the water. We are then going to see after this the mini final of the men. Okay, so welcome back everybody. Day 4 here of the Superfoil 2021 in the beautiful location of the city of Fortaleza here in Brazil. And we are just going to be starting off with the ladies' final repeat, as we had over early. We had confirmation in, but it looks like there was a little mix-up in the names. So at the moment, officially now, we have full confirmation that the only person over early was Olivia Piana, meaning that she will not rerun this heat. And here we can see the girls going back out and starting to get up, so it means that we are going to be going into sequence very soon. And we start rerunning this final of the first elimination of the ladies. The idea is to get through one full elimination of racing tomorrow or today, and maybe another one as well. We will soon find out. But at the moment, final repeat number 1 on the water of the women's discipline. Okay, there we have it. No flag in the sky, meaning we are going to be starting off in less than a minute of this final of the first elimination of the ladies discipline here in the Wingfoil race of the GWA Wingfoiling World Tour. Brazil, Fortaleza. What a beautiful location we have for this discipline. Warm water, sunshine, beautiful beaches, palm trees, coconuts, caipirinhas, great vibes, great people, great music. It does not get much better than this. And there we see the start line of this competition. And we are moving along. Here we have it. It looks like we're going to be starting as these girls are going to be ready. I can see already coming towards the start line. Some of them are turning around. It is going to be very close, very close. Here we have them. Green flag in the sky, and we are off to a start here. Okay, so we're going to see who is going to be coming down in first position. Julia making their way all the way towards that orange buoy at the bottom. Who are those people in the lead? I can see a duotone. I'm presuming that's going to be Paula. I can see the air starboards. That is going to be Oran Ceris. And there also, if not, I'm not mistaken, that looks like a slingshot. That's going to be Kylie and Bowen van der Linden there with the RRD coming in first place.
Yeah, Bo is on fire. She won yesterday with a big smile, and she just came all the way to Leucat, her first time ever competing, and doing great results all over. But they're following close. It looks like Kylie.
Yeah, that is Kylie, all the way from the US of A, down from South Oregon. Out there on the slingshot, you can see, I think she's on a 4.5 if I'm not mistaken. I was talking to them before. And yeah, on a very good leg, making it all the way out to the back. So let's see what is going to happen. And if I'm not mistaken, also on the 730 foil there. So, you know, one of the smaller foils we have out there on the competition area. So it looks like Kylie and Bo are neck and neck. I'm even going to say it looks like Kylie has overtaken Bo. And now they're going to do this on the old downwind leg. And it is time to make it all the way upwind to that buoy. So it looks like we have Kylie, Bo, Paula and Oran. That is your top four so far.
Yes. Ooh, is that Marcela coming in from the inside?
Well, a little bit of a sneaky inside leg there from Marcela. Very nice there.
Yeah, pretty good moves. Looks like she took a different approach, and look how fast she's going right now.
Yeah, Marcela on the 840 foil there from F1, flying upwind, and is one of the ones that is keeping up there with Kylie. So it looks like maybe even Marcela, then we have Kylie, and then it is Bowen van der Linden. That is your top three at the moment, and Paula Novotna is coming in the bottom as well. So it is the Brazilian, our superstar, 24-hour smile, I call this girl. Has her own TV show here in Brazil, and she is loving the conditions out there today, and at the moment she is in first position of this first race of the day of the women's discipline.
I don't even know how she's standing. She told me, I was speaking to her yesterday if I'm not mistaken, she did a 500 kilometers downwind here in Brazil. Then she went all the way to Dakhla and did the kite surf where she was shared the first place. Then she did the Wingfoil, and now she's here. So I don't even know how she's able to stand, and now she looks like she's winning the race with a lot of difference.
She definitely has a lot of speed. She is a little bit closer on the inside though, so now this is when we're actually going to see who is going to make it to that upwind buoy first, because there's different tactics. All of the girls have to tack a few times to be able to make it all the way up there, so it's going to be interesting to see who goes past that top buoy in first position. But we are soon going to find out, because there is still quite a lot of distance until all of them make it.
Yes, strategy is super important here. Also, sometimes you can be a bit lucky because you choose one path and it's windy when you looked at it, but then when you actually reach where you wanted to go, it is not windy, so it can also be a bit of luck. But for sure, a good strategy and a good wind reading is super important.
Yeah, there you can see already on the bottom side, it looks like Paula Novotna has the upper hand at the moment. Then that is Marcela. There we can see Oran Ceris also. So those are the three ladies who are leading at the moment. And I'm looking at the corner of my booth. It does look also just behind them. We can't quite see on the screen yet Bowen van der Linden and Kylie are starting to gain on them, and they have a lot of speed. Watch out, it is going to be a race until that upwind mark. Who is going to make it first? We will soon find out, but I reckon it might be Paula Novotná who is going to be making the... There you can see, there's Bo, there's Kylie. Some of the girls go in switch stance, and there you can see both Bo and Kylie are hillside there, or so to speak. So being able to push a bit further, but good tactics there from Paula. Coming in first position, and look at them, so close. This is how close it is out here in Fortaleza, Julia. That is a pack if I've ever seen one.
Yes, fight is up. Marcela just before was going super fast, and then Paula had a better strategy maybe and overtook. Paula got a fourth and a fourth in the last two events, fourth and fourth position. So this could be her first win, and yeah, stoked for her. Yesterday she was super happy as well, and as well, like you were saying, going toe side instead of maybe switching around. You could be not so fast, but it looks like Paula is boom, leading. So here we go with the pink helmet, Paula Novotná.
There we have our leader, Czech rider, Miss Novotná. And now let's not forget, this is where the difficult part of this course happens, because this is where they have to start to do the pumping. Paula looks like she's going to have a nice wave, and here we can see Bo. So Miss Novotná, pump, 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 keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Has to make it all the way to the buoy, and yes, she does. And it is Miss Novotná in first position. There we can see, there's Bo, there's Marcela. Both of these ladies are going to be pumping. Bo making the most of the wave there. Intelligent riding there from her. Being able to gain a little bit more speed. And here we have, oh, inside Marcela, Julia, look at that. Sneaky on the old inside.
Yeah, sneaky, and awesome to see how they're managing to keep up with this pump. As we could see their Bo using the wave, but in the end it was Marcela overtaking. Looks like a second place for her at the moment.
Yeah, Marcela.
Nice, Paula celebrating there.
There we have Paula Novotná in first. I can see the smile from here. And looking like it is going to be the Brazilian Marcela in second position. And then it's going to be a photo finish in between Bowen van der Linden and Kylie there from the US of A. Great to see the smile on Paula's face. She is improved so much in all disciplines. Watch out, this girl is starting to have some fire out there.
Yeah, and then on fifth looks like our run, so we have the top 5 ladies in there. And up next we have a men's mini final. We're still not done with this race, still some ladies to come, but men's mini final coming up next.
Yeah, men's mini final coming up, as we can see. Already had there Paula Novotná waiting for those results to be official, but it did look like she did perform the course completely in the correct manner, and there we can have her coming out of the water. So congratulations there to Paula. And now just waiting to see what is going to be going down next, as we have the mini final of the men coming our way. So mini final of the men, waiting to see who's going to be up there. So bear with us, as we are going very close to be going into the start of that next heat. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. This is going to be the men's mini-final heat number 1. So, Julia, who do we have out there on the water?
So it is going to be Chucho Nonot, Wesley Brito, Dudu Mazzocato, Joao Enrique, Robin Stewart, Sergio Pereira, Fabian Mumenthaler, Christopher McDonald, Fernando Novaes, Victor Fredianelli, Mauro Luis, and Carlos Martin. A lot of Brazilians in this heat, Joe.
Yeah, watch out, boys. The locals are going strong and they are going fast. So there we have no flag in the sky, meaning that it is 1 minute to start. So less than a minute until we go green, green, green.
Green flag. A green flag is up, so this is the start of this heat. In first there we have the duotone. Oh no, looks like something went up, Joe. Something went up. Somebody maybe went up first. Could have been this duotone wing there. It is like this with the races. Sometimes somebody goes first before the green flag is up. The judges call it off. They're like, let's stop it here. Let's see if we can find some information. Let's see who went before the green flag went up.
Yeah, that, as we said, there we can see, just waiting to see who is over early, as that is a general recall to everybody back to the starting boat. So Julia, I'm going to run out of the booth and try and get the information to see who was over early. But yeah, wait with us, guys, because coming up next, we will have mini final of the men on the water. So bear with us, we are waiting. It's an over early by the looks of it. Mini final men coming up next. Okay, Julia, looks like no flag in the sky, meaning we're going to restart this men's mini final. Number 1 out there on the water. Unfortunately, we haven't got the information of who was over early, so waiting for that to come in. But if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Victor Fredianelli, because I can see him out here on the beach. So I think it was Victor Fredianelli who was over early. And now let's see who is going to take the win of this mini final number 1 of the men, which is coming onto your screen right now.
So here we go. These are the competitors coming up here in this mini final. Chucho Nonot, Wesley Brito, Dudu Mazzucato, Joao Enrique, Robin Stewart, Sergio Pereira, Fabio Mumenthaler, Christopher McDonald, Fernando Novaes, Victor Fiadanelli, Mario Luis, and Carlos Martin.
Okay, so there we have everybody getting ready. Here we have, okay, so it looks like in first position we have the Cabrina rider. I can see also Fabi there in second position on the duotone, so waiting to see who this rider is. Let's see the Lycra number as he goes past that bottom boy riding for Cabrina. So it is going to be number 50 there, Julia. So number 50.
It is going to be Dudu Mazzucato.
Okay, Dudu Mazzucato coming from here from Brazil. Second position, that is Fabian Mumenthaler. And there we can see McDonald Sr. also there in third position. So those are your 3 riders at the moment. Looks like there's a nice gust because those guys are flying.
Yeah, going super fast. We don't manage to see the rest of the group, so this probably means these guys are going way in front of everybody. And here we have Dudu, Fabian. Oh, maybe Fabian is gonna overtake him there on the inside of the boy.
Yeah, we saw that with Tituan. They open up a little bit, and now you can see they close and go as close to that boy as possible. So, first position, Fabian Mumenthaler coming out of Spain under the flag of Switzerland. El Tarifeño, El Torito Tarifeño, starting to go all the way up to that upwind boy. Julia, looking like the guys have a nice amount of wind on there. Looks like they even might be on 4.5s.
Yes, and Fabi didn't have such a good start in the first race, and this is gonna be kind of a redemption for him. At the moment, we never know. You never know what can happen. There's still a lot of race going on, and then Dudu Mazzucato in second. So we'll see. It looks like Dudu maybe on the inside has a bit more of a gust. Oh no! Fabian going down. Hopefully he can go up fast, not lose many positions.
Yeah, it looks like he just went over the front of his board there, unfortunately. So it is going to be Christopher McDonald Sr. is going to be making his way on the inside as well. Dudu, let's not forget, comes from Brazil and coming here from Fortaleza, so one of the locals, so he knows the gusts. He has the, kind of knows these waters like the back of his hand, and definitely, local knowledge looks like it's paying off.
Yes, local knowledge. Oh no, McDonald going down there as well. I think experience counts a lot here in racing, so maybe this these younger guys have a bit more experience. And who do we have? Who is that on the duotone?
That is going to be, so on the left, that is going to be Fabi. And on the right-hand side, we're still going to wait to see because we can't quite see the Lycra numbers all the way out there, unfortunately. So we do apologize about that. But where we can see Fabian Mumenthaler flying towards that top boy. But it is Dudu Mazzucato who seems to be in that first position. And is going to be making his way all the way up to the upwind boy. Then it is time to come downwind straight in front of us. Good heat here for the Brazilian to start off. And after this mini final, we are going to be going into the first grand finale of the racing out there on the water. So bear with us. And then after that, Julia, we have the South American final championships as well. So action-packed afternoon, beautiful day number 4 here in Brazil, Fortaleza. What a place.
What a place, what a place. And it seems like Dudu is still leading. And then, who is that in second? I can reach to see. But yeah, great riding from Dudu so far. Is that Fabian Joe in second? So he fell, but went up super fast and he's back on his toes. And there McDonald in third. But they're still having quite some distance in between each other.
Yeah, you can see Fabi. I was talking to him before. He's out on a 1000 foil, and he was going out either on his 5 or 6 meter wing. So not quite sure which one that is. I'm going to say that's probably more the 5 meter, and starting to gain a little bit on Dudu. He's switch stance. Let's not forget they're going to come down and do the pumping track. And looking out of the corner of the booth, Julia, it looks like there's a little no wind on the inside. So going to be interesting to see how these guys navigate through that one.
Yeah, I also wonder, Joe, maybe you can tell me this. On the downwind, on the pumping, the wing must be absolutely like Dudu has it right now. What? Actually, I thought he was gonna do it right. That is, I was gonna ask you if they are having a bit of wind inside the wing. Are they disqualified, or just it's like points down, or how is it, Joe? Maybe let's explain this to everybody so it's clear.
Yeah, basically what happens is they have to grab the neutral handle, so they basically have to release all the power of the wing, and it did look like they're waiting for confirmation that Dudu did have a little of assistance with the wing there when he was going on that pumping track. But it looks like Fabian Mumentale, unless something finishes here, it looks like he's going to make his way in to first position of this mini final there for that man. And I can see the teeth. That's a smile there for Fabi. And in second position, let's see who's going through the finish line. So let's try and see who is that out there. I have a feeling that is... Yep, that is Wesley. Okay, so second position, and that is Wesley Brito. So good riding from both of the duotone boys, and still waiting to see who's going to come into third position. So unofficial results in at the moment. First Fabian, second Wesley. Let's see what happens, because coming up next we have the grand final.
Grand final, and third looks like McDonald Dad is coming up in here. And then if we look out of the booth, there's quite some distance yet. Now they're onto the downwind, the pumping part, and as you can see, a lot of difference. Ooh, and just damn, just throwing the wing. Okay, I didn't make it. Is that Dudu? Dudu was going first most of the race, but as we said, that it means nothing. So he's just reaching the line here.
So third position there for Dudu Masakatu. So that is your podium at the moment out there on this. Just waiting for confirmation. So bear with us as we are going to be taking a short break, and we'll be coming up next with the grand final of the men. And we are going to go out and try and find out the confirmations of the results of that last heat. Welcome back, everybody. So looking like we are going to be going in to the grand finale out there on the water. Let's take a look and see who is in that final number one of this elimination number one of the GWA Wingfoiling World Cup in Brazil race discipline. Francesco Capuzzo, Hugo Marin, Hendrik Lopez, Reed Brady, Alvaro Cadena, Levin Lenz, Tituan Galea, Ricardo Andrea, Camille Boyer, Matteo Dusabs, Christopher McDonald Jr., and Julian Boyer. Those are the gladiators here in the Colosseum. And we will see who is going to be starting off and who is going to take this one home. Okay, so red flag in the sky. Here we have the first final of the day out there on the water, Julia.
Yes, so 3 minutes to go. And we have a lot of orange RDs, some F1s, the red Ozones. There should be 12 riders in the water, if I'm not mistaken. And luckily, I was explaining before, the start line is quite big because there are quite some riders, and the wing takes a lot of space. The foils are big, so good that they have some space to start.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, but the guys, they do kind of start to filter around. And as you said there before, there's a few RRDs. Let's not forget Camille, Julian, and Francesco on the RRDs. We've got Tituan there with the F1s. We have Christopher McDonald Jr., the youngster, 15 years of age, that performed very well in the surf freestyle. And Hendricks in there as well, who came in third in that first semi-finals. So it's going to be a close one, and all of these guys know what it is to go fast. And let's see who's going to take this first elimination home.
Yes, and maybe we can do a small reminder about how the world ranking is looking. We have in first place Tituan Galea, then in second Francesco Capuzzo, and in third Hugo Marin. So whatever happens here during these days can change a lot the ranking, and I'm sure they're all hungry to get the rankings up and end up the year with a good result. And we do have Tarifa to end up, so let's not forget this is not the end.
Absolutely, final event in Tarifa of the season, this 2021 on the GWA Wingfoiling World Tour. And we will see who is going to be those world champions in all of the different disciplines. At the moment, it looks like Tituan Galea has the most cars to be able to take that win. He was first in Lucat. He didn't make it on the surf freestyle in Dakla, but did win the race, and now here in the race as well. Won the freestyle here, and now let's see how he's going to do on the race. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's in between Tituan Galea, Camille Boyer, and Francesco Capuzzo at the moment on the surf freestyle to see who's going to have the best position on the overall ranking at the end of the season. But there we have it, no flag in the sky. The guys starting to come towards us. Julia, close to start.
Close to start, and as you can see, they're all quite spread up. But let's see who's gonna make the first decision. Okay, green flag up. We just started the race. Ooh, one of the RD riders almost going down, but managing to keep it up. And hard to tell from this direction who is in first, but it looks like quite a few riders are at the moment. Oh, it could be Tituan, just flying over there.
Yeah, there we can see Tituan. If I'm not mistaken, that is Andreas. Yeah, the Colombian there in second position. In third, looking like a tall F1 rider. I'm going to put my money on that is going to be Hugo Marin. Oh, going down there, Francesco Capuzzo. Everybody, I would not want to be that guy right now. He is literally being circled by sharks. Very close out there at the moment. So there we have top 3 riders all the way out. So Hugo Maran, Tituan Galea, and Andreas from Colombia.
Tituan once again showing he is the best in this of racing, but this is just the start. There we go, Tituan, and then Hugo Maran, and we see the rest of the pack there behind as well, fighting for their positions.
Yeah, everybody's starting now. This is when they start to come to that top boy. Here he looks like we're going to have Francesco coming through our screen. So there we have it. A lot of the riders starting to meet that top boy. Now it is that upwind lag all the way across the bay here in the beautiful Praia de Iracema in Fortaleza. And there we can see a beautiful sight with all of the riders moving their way up. So Julia, it looks like Francesco Capuzzo is going to be overtaking Andreas here on the downwind section. So Tituan Galea, I'm pretty sure that's Hugo, Andreas and Francesco. That looks like it is our top 4 at the moment.
Yes, quite a big difference in between the Tituan and Maran. But then, yeah, it seems like the ozone is maybe not catching such a gust, and then Francesco keeping it up. And it's super interesting to see when they tag, when not, the different gas they get. Because it's a different wind reading from what we see from here when you are on top of your board.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it looks like, I think it's probably about 20 knots out there at the moment. We're going to have to see who is going to be coming through that line, that finish line first. And at the moment, all of the racers very close in between them. But it does look like Tituan Galea there just going down that buoy. Now he's going to come flying at us, pedal to the metal here for the New Caledonian. So fast,
also winning the freestyle event. So for him to go home with the 2 wins, well, happy. Also redemption after Dahla's 9th place in the freestyle. So good comeback for Tituan here in both disciplines.
Yeah, very good comeback. And yeah, I think Dakhla shattered him a little bit, but now back in full steam. Okay, it looks like Hugo Maran has got a little bit of an advantage here because I think Tituan there was caught out on the gust, so the pack is starting to get a little closer, and Francesco Capuzzo there in 3rd position.
I was actually wondering at the beginning if it was going to be a Tituan Francesco fight once again, but so far it looks like Tituan is in the first. There we go with the pumping section. Making it look easy, putting the back foot out of the strap to maybe be able to pump a little bit easier. And last boy, and off to the finish they go.
Yeah, here we have Hugo also going around. So now it's that little S section, and then it is downwind to that finish line.
Yeah, super interesting as well. After the pumping, they have this like 50 meters. They have to turn around once again, just I think to make it more interesting, because maybe in that buoy just before the finish line they could start. And congratulations, Tituan Galea, another win for you.
So another win there for Tituan Galea, taking the first race, first elimination out there on the water. So good work there from the New Caledonian. And in 2nd position, his teammate from F1, that is going to be Hugo Maran. And I can just see out of the corner of the old studio booth here, it's going to be Francesco Capuzzo, who is going to be making it in 3rd position. So pretty much the overall ranking on the Racing World Tour at the moment in this event. So it is going to be a fight to the end in between these guys. And Hendricks, if I'm not mistaken, I can see out of the old studio booth. Yeah, there he is. Hendrik Lopez also in 4th position. And there we have an RRD rider coming across. So great riding from all of them. Grand finale. And now it is time, after this heat, we are going to be moving through to the South American final. So bear with us as we are going to have more action coming at you right in a few minutes. Also action out there on the water here for the final of the South American riders. So we are going to have, looking like in first position, if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be the Colombian out there on the old Ozone Wasp. Just waiting for confirmation on that one. But I think that is going to be Andrades. And I can see there, second position, Miso. Fernando Narvaez making his way up there as well. So now let's have a look. They're going to be making their way all the way to the top of the competition area where they're going to be going up to that upwind position. Yes, that is Fernando Narvaez, Miso, the Brazilian surf master. Good to see him back here in action out there on the water. Day number 4 here with the Super 4 2021 in the city of Fortaleza, Brazil. Winds about 20 knots out there at the moment. Most guys are out on 4.5s to 5.5s. Is a bit about the average. Talking to some of the guys yesterday in the locker room and this morning, where they had all their equipment, a lot of them kind of going from about 750, I think, is the smallest foil there is out there at the moment, all the way up to 1,000. Some of the heavier boys, they like to go out on a smaller foil and a bigger board. Francesco Capuzzo, for example, was out there on 1,000, I think he said to me, and a 75-liter board. Some guys out on 45 or 60-liter boards. In the end, everybody knows their equipment, knows what they have to do the goods to go through that finish line and get the checkered flag in first position. But at the moment, it does look like it is Andrade from Colombia who is very close to that top upwind mark. And there I can see Miso, Fernando Narvaez also in second. And then it looks like another Ozone Wasp out there. And on the inside, I can see the old F1. So waiting to see confirmations as they come down for the Lycra numbers. But it does look like the Colombian is in first position. So Ricardo pushing on very nicely. Has a solid lead above the rest of the pack. And looking like he's going to be taking this elimination number 1. So here we have him, yellow helmet. Going to try and get close to see. Yes, that is definitely, that definitely is him. So we can see white caps at the back. We've got a nice sunshine there on the inside. There we can see Miso there also. F1 rider from Brazil, very talented surfer, making his way round that top wind mark. And here we have Ricardo Andrades there in first position. Wind is picking up now at the moment, so they're going to be making their way down here to the pumping track. Then there's that little snaky SESE and through the finish line, and that will be the winners out there. So here we have, yeah, that is definitely him. So there is the Colombian pushing nice and easily, pumping super easy there. So that is Ricardo Andrades in first position. Fernando Narvaez in second. And just waiting for confirmation of that third rider. We will see when he is doing the pumping leg here. And here we have for the winning streak, coming in first position from Colombia, Ricardo Andrades. Congratulations to him from Colombia, winning this first South American final. He's got to be happy about that one. And there we can see Miso making his way around. So he is going to be coming in second position unless something else happens. And here, let's see. Yeah, that is the other Colombian. So there we have number 39. Number 39 is Álvaro Cadena. So the Colombians pushing very hard here on this South American final. So both of these guys, very fast riders out there. Fernando Narvaez, Miso in second. So we have Ricardo Andrades in first. Miso, Fernando Narvaez in second position. And coming in third position, we have Álvaro Cadena, also from Colombia. So congratulations to them. That is your podium out there on the water of the South American final. And that is Dudu Masakato, also making his way towards the shore. So Dudu Masakato also 4th position there for him. Great race, great action out there on the water. And after this, we are going to be going through to elimination number 2 of the women. Will be coming up next as we're going to be having the final heat of the GWA Wingfoil World Tour race. Day 1 here in the beautiful city of Fortaleza, Brazil. Welcome back, everybody. So, women's final here of the second elimination of the day. Let's see what is going to be going down out there. Let's have a look and see what are the ladies that are going to be going into this heat. Okay, so there we have them. Bowen van der Linden, Paula Novotná, Marcela Witt, Olivia Piana, Oran Ceris, Liana Oliveira, Kylie Zamati, and Lidiane Viana. Those are the ladies going out here in the second final of the day, second elimination of the women's race. Yellow flag in the sky, meaning less than 2 minutes to the start. Okay, so all of the girls starting to get ready, coming towards the old starting line there. Let's not forget, less than a minute, no flags in the sky, and we are going to get off with this race elimination number 2, final of the women out on the water. So just waiting to see who is going to be coming through at the moment in the last one. We saw a very tight heat in between all of the riders from the beginning. And now looking forward to see who is going to be making the first position in this second race. Okay, so Paula Novotná taking that first elimination win and looking to try and back that up. Improved so much over the last couple of months. Paula really putting in the old hours on the water. Practice makes perfect, as they would say. And now we can see all of the girls circling around like piranhas, ready to draw blood out there. There's no friends out on the water when it comes down to competing. These girls are feisty. And we will have to see what is going to be happening in this race number 2. Julia, what do you reckon? Who's going to be coming in first?
Well, you never know. You could fall on the start, you could fall around the buoy, you could fall just around the course, so you never know. Looks like the start, green flag up. I think nobody was over the line now. So good one, good one.
Yeah, there we can see Olivia Piana there, making her way through in first position. She had an over early in that first one, and now she looks like she's gaining. Kept it a little bit more conservative, and she is out in the front. Let's not forget, this lady is 3 times SUP Sprint World Champion. She knows how to race.
So yeah, once again, a really experienced competitor out here. She might be as well one of the oldest of the fleet, and I think here in racing age matters a lot, experience and being a bit more calm. So there Olivia went through in first place. Here we have Bo, Oriane, that was Kylie, Paula Novotná, Marcela, Brazilian 57. Who is 57?
If I'm not mistaken, that is Liliana, I think.
Liliana Oliveira, yeah, from Brazil.
So there we saw. So it looks like up in front, Olivia Piana. There we have her on the screen. And then second position, if I'm not mistaken, looking like Paula Novotná. We have Mint with the old drone. So let's have a look at the pack there. No, excuse me. So Bowen van der Linden and Oran Ceris looking close in between them. And there's Kylie from the US of A in the middle.
Yes, it seems like Olivia now taking the lead, and then the rest of the pack fighting for their position. There we see Bowen changing to switch stance, and they are going on the left side of the buoy and then full on speed to the upwind buoy.
Yeah, just downwind of the buoy there, like you're saying. And there we have Bo and Kylie. Oh, Marcela going down. Poof! Paula giving her a little bit of the old haircut there. That was a close call. It's always on the old boys. It's really cool to see how close everybody goes, but I would not want to be near one of those foils, Julia.
I was gonna say, I wonder why she goes toe side. Okay, turning around. Again, really important to be a good wind reader, because it is a bit gusty here in this spot, and it looks like she got the perfect guster. She's full on speed, and then if you don't turn around at the exact time you need to do it, then you don't get the gust and you get far behind. So there we see Oran looking like she's in second right now. Paula following. That's Kylie on the slingshot. So they're making all the way up to the upwind buoy. And then we go down to the pumping. So here we see Olivia in first, comfortably at the moment.
Yeah, Olivia making her way. Let's not forget, I was talking to her before in the old equipment room, and she is out there on a 1000 axis foil, riding for Takun. So she's on quite a big foil. So we've seen some of the girls, you know, like Marcelo on 800, some people on 750. So quite a considerably big foil. And watch out, there we can see Oran Cerise on the bottom. Oran top 3 in Dakla on the racing side in the last event. So now we'll have to see what's going to happen, because as we mentioned with the guys, World Championship is up for grabs, because this is not the final event. Going to my hometown of Tarifa the end of December, so every point counts out there at the moment.
Every point counts, and as we see, maybe Kylie, I don't know if she misjudged. Wow, look at her speed right now. Maybe a round turned a bit earlier and got in first, but Kylie got the right gust.
Yeah, there we can see Oran and Olivia making their way a lot. Oh, going down there, unfortunately. So that means it is going to be Olivia Piana making it through that first one. And then closely behind, if I'm not mistaken, I am seeing Miss Novotna and Bo are going to be joining her. So there's Oran Cerise, unfortunately going down on that turn. Then we have her driving around. So she is going to be in second position to the buoy, but has lost a lot of speed on that one. And just look at the difference from Olivia to the rest of the girls. Looks like everybody has fallen off.
Yes, and also Bo and Paula, they're so close from each other. I hope they didn't crash into each other for sure. And Takun Ryder comfortably on first.
There we have Bo van der Linden, the winner of the Wingfoil Surf Freestyle event here in Brazil, and in one of the girls that is in contentions for the World Championship, because he has a first in Lucat, a second in Dakla, and a first here. So it is very close in between her. We're going to have to see what is going to be happening out there on the water. But at the moment, it is this lady, Olivia Piana. So now it's time to pump, start to move it, start to move. And he's going to make her way easily to that upwind buoy. Now it is time to go the old little snake section here of the competition area. And she has a solid lead there, Julia.
Yes, solid lead for her. After this white buoy we see here on the left of the screen, she's going directly onto the finish line.
Yep, and making it round nice and easy there. Oran Cerise in second position.
Yes, and as we've been seeing, putting the back foot out to be able to pump, and this is the finish line for Olivia Piana. Congratulations for your win in this race number 2.
Yeah, Olivia not quite getting it in the first race, getting over early and disqualified, but now redemption. They do say that revenge is served on a cold platter, and she throwed it down there. And now in second position, it looks like it is going to be Oran Cerise. Ooh, little dodgy there on the foil, a little bit of a wobble. You don't want to be falling down on the finish line.
No, definitely not, especially when you are in second. And here we have Bo. It looks like she's gonna go down to third position now.
So there we have, yeah, Bowen van der Linden in third, and followed behind, I can see out of the corner of the booth, it looks like Kylie is going to be making her way and getting that fourth position. Unfortunately, Paula Novotna falling off early in this heat, the winner of that previous one, and there's the smile. She's happy about that, taking the win. Big congratulations to that lady, as she is the winner of this women's elimination final number 2 out there on the water. Congratulations, Olivia Piana. And there we can see Kylie making her from the US of A, making it through in that fourth position. Okay, so that was the women's final number 2, and we'll be right back, just waiting for official results to come through, and we're just going to take a short break. Welcome back, everybody, and the beautiful location here of Fortaleza. We are going to be moving disciplines. We're going to be moving over to our sister tour of the GKA Kite World Tour, as it is time for the Hydrofoil Freestyle. So I'm Josie Asher on behalf here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Julia, thank you very much for joining us here. What an event it has been so far.
Yeah, what an event, and as you said, moving on to the Hydrofoil Freestyle, so see you guys and girls over there.
So make sure to switch over to the GKA, as we're going to be going live in about half an hour. Hydrofoil Freestyle. Let's see who is going to be the champion here in Fortaleza. So on behalf of all the crew, thank you for tuning in.